Welcome, everybody. It's time to start talking about diesels and dark corners. I got Ryan and Hank with us. They're at the track right now in White Plains, Georgia. But before we talk about November 1st and 2nd, Ryan and Hank, let's talk about this weekend. You guys got one of the hurricanes messed with you guys a little bit too, and you had to reschedule one of your fall events. Is that correct?
Yes, we got missed by a hurricane, and we were projected to have one kind of get some rain from it, and we luckily got good weather, but we had to cancel it ahead of time. This is scheduled date for this Friday and Saturday.
Now, does this and I know why you did that as far advanced as you did it. Same thing happened to me. I was supposed to go down to Pensacola, Florida that weekend to work with one of my loan officers down there, and I was afraid I was going to get stranded in the airport somewhere and canceled my Airbnb and everything, and then I never did anything, and it obviously went the other way. So, but our thoughts and prayers with everybody that's been affected by this crazy weather. But this Friday, October 11th, and Saturday, October 12th, we're going to be at Liberty Truck and Tractor Pull, White Plains, Georgia. Ryan, can you kind of take us through the Friday night and the Saturday night, and then we'll move into diesels and dark corners?
Yeah, Friday night we're starting at 7 p.m. It's we're going to have our what we call our second half classes.
Okay.
Your our gas truck classes, street and some modified gas trucks. We'll have some diesel trucks, street diesel trucks. Should have two six.
We'll have a couple 2.6 trucks, and we'll
Okay.
pull our Pro Farm tractors, and then we'll pull some like 12,000-pound farm stock tractors too Friday night.
Okay.
And, Saturday we'll start at 3, and we'll do our typical antique show, and then also run into our second half again that night. With the trucks and the heavier tractor stuff. So just a typical regular season pull for us, our last one. So kind of wrap this regular season up and get ready for diesel. So
I like it. So I say we said we got guys checking in from Ohio. We got a little video playing there behind here. Diesels in Dark Corners. It's the event that introduced me to Ryan and Hank and all of you great guys down there in Georgia. And when the first time I came to your event, when I said, now I know why they call it Diesels in Dark Corners, because you just kind of kept following the signs, and all of a sudden you pop around a corner, there's a whole bunch of lights and a bunch of smiley faces and guys having a good time, and it's one of our favorite events to attend every year. So November 1st and 2nd coming up here. I can't believe we're less than a month out already. This is just insane, guys, when you think about it. But I'm gonna I will put our put the poster up real quick that you guys had made here. Again, we'll just touch through it. So polling starts at 5 o'clock on Friday. Registrations from 3 to 4. Driver meeting at 4:30. Saturday polling starts at 4. Registrations from 2 to 3. Drivers meet at 3:30. Then the kids pedal tractor races at 3 p.m. That's one of the cool things that you guys do down in Diesels and Dark Corners. It'll be 2.6 Pro Street diesel trucks, 3.0 Limited Pro diesel trucks, 3.6 Pro Stock diesel trucks, Super Stock diesel trucks, 4.1 Hot Street semis, and Pro Farm tractors. Now, Hank, Ryan, you guys know Craig Dickey with the Cummins Killer, right? He won the Grand National Points. I'm interviewing him, and the first thing he said to me was, I can't wait to go back to Diesels and Dark Corners. So when the NTPA Grand National Champion is doing an interview with Full Pull Live, all right, and he's like, because remember, last year was kind of his coming out party, guys. We did the games down there last year. We gave everybody that play money, and everybody put all their money, all their fake money on Van Hazley that night, and Craig swept the weekend. So he can't wait. He just won the NTPA Grand National Championship points, and all he could talk about was his belt and coming back down to see you guys here in less than a month to defend his title. If that doesn't make you feel good, and I know the 2.6 trucks, the 3.0 trucks, that's what started this event. But when you added the 3.6 and the Super Stock diesel trucks, you don't need 30 of them to put on a show, guys. I mean, I don't know if any other, maybe a Shides diesel extravaganza, maybe it rivals this for your 2.6 and your 3.0s, but this has to be one of the trucks, one of the events each year that 2.6 and 3.0 trucks, they put a stamp on it. Like, this is my chance to show the whole freaking country that I can run with anybody. I mean, am I overstepping my bounds when I say that, Hank? Or you can't disagree with that statement, can you?
I can't disagree with it. We were shocked last year at the turnout that we had. It was pretty incredible, and we've always had a good show in the 2.6 and 3.0 guys, but to have super stock trucks that were are excited to come down here. Craig actually called me last week and man, about it, and that makes you feel good. Me and Ryan never thought we'd have super stock diesel trucks down here in Georgia, especially looking forward to come down here. And you kind of got to take it back. I don't know how many years ago. I got up with Patty Hazley, and she kind of helped us get some trucks down here. And I knew if we ever got them started down here that we kind of get a following. And man, it's been crazy. So we're glad to have them, and they put on one heck of a show because these spectators down here, they don't get to see stuff like that very often. Oh, this is new to them, and we're not in the Midwest, and man, they love it. So
well, you guys hit the timing so perfect on this event, and I've told Ryan this many times, but like we're all burnt out right now. Like by mid-September, we're just burnt out. We're tired. We ran our butts off all summer long. But then into October, Ryan, you kind of start missing everybody and you kind of want to see everybody. And boom, Diesel's in Dark Corners. It's in the South. It's obviously been cold down there when we've been down there, but not like stupid cold.
Yeah.
The fire pits are fun. It's okay to put a sweatshirt on and have a good time. You know what I mean? So we're doing that. So again, talking with Hank and Ryan from Diesel's. Well, I always say Diesel's in Dark Corner. It's Liberty Truck and Tractor Pull in White Plains, Georgia. Lee Brown says, hi, Hank and Ryan. So Lee's
Hello.
checking in there. We're going to do a live every week. I don't know which day. A lot of it will depend upon when I can catch Ryan and Hank and when I have time as well. But just keep it all going and having a good time. The first thing we want to talk about, there's been a couple changes this year. So let's kind of it's not really bad news. It's good news, but I know a lot of people, they love that trackside seating, Ryan, but you guys made a decision to kind of, and I've kind of wondered the last couple of years when you look around the amount of people that are there and you got a pickup truck taking up all this spot when it could be seating 50 to 100 people. And you guys, can you kind of talk about that decision and how you got there? And I think people are going to understand that when they hear you guys talk about it a little bit.
It's our growing pains, I guess, and trying to use our space wisely. We've done away with trackside parking this year. When we tell people in their messages and stuff, they understand after we tell them, we need more seating for spectators. So we're going.
That's one of our biggest. We don't get a lot of complaints, thank goodness, but like one of the complaints we get is being able to see the track and seating and stuff like that. So we felt like the best thing we could do was kind of cancel this trackside parking and put in some more bleacher space. But we're still going to have, I'm still going to rope off some of the trackside stuff for sponsors and, families and friends of pullers and, competitors, having them to be able to get up to the track and do their thing that kind of means a lot to us too. So, because they're stuck back most of the day and getting the pulling vehicles ready, and they don't always get up here in time to get a good spot next to the track. So
right,
we take care of our sponsors, and we want to take care of our family members of competitors. So I think doing away with trackside parking forever, I think some people are going to be mad about it, but I think it's going to be a good thing overall. So
yeah, I agree with you 100% on that. That it's going to open up a lot of stuff for you guys, and I think that's important. I think that's really, really important. So a cool thing that I love that you guys are doing, you're flipping the track. Can you talk about that a little bit, Hank or Ryan? Who wants to talk about that? We're going to be pulling a different direction.
Yeah, it's Hank's. I'll let him take it over. It's Hank's idea.
I looked around the pits last year, which has been a problem for several years. And it was something we didn't really want to address because we didn't have time to do it. But I looked around last year, and like the pits are so congested. Like this pull has grown, to something we didn't think it would be, and we're running out of room. So didn't have a lot of staging area, and we only ran one set of scales. And I looked around last year. We can do something better. So we actually put in a new driveway along the property line on the far south side, and because I didn't like the driveway coming in the middle of the event, you know, and then everybody, after they come off the scales, they had to cross the driveway and then stage. You know, there's people coming in and out. That was just a mess. So we decided to put in a new driveway down the property line, get it out of the middle of the event. And
It's a bigger driveway,
it's a
60-foot.
60-foot driveway down there. And I said, well,
Okay.
let's flip this track, because on the other end of the track, we have a lot more room for staging. So let's flip this track. We're going to bring in, we're going to have 2 scales, which technically should, you know, alleviate, you know, should bring that congestion down in the pits to half, I would think. We're running 2 scales, and then we have 3 to 4 times more staging area on the other side of the track down here. So, you know, being able to stage some classes, and have 2 scales, I can't help but think it would help a lot of the congestion we've had in the past in the pit areas. So we're going to see how it works. I hope everybody will kind of work with us and kind of, you know, this is kind of going to be a trial run for us, but I think it's going to help. So.
No, it's definitely going to help. And Hank, this isn't, you know, and Ryan said it best, growing pains. Like this has exceeded your expectations. It's an amazing event. The more people find out about it, the more people they want to come. It's a great time of the year. There's not a lot of pulling going on in the country, and diesel trucks are obviously very, very popular, and you have an awesome facility. But what you're doing is exactly right. You're eliminating congestion, and you're going to spread it out a little bit so it flows a little bit better. And that is important, because over time people will get sick of it and they'll be like, screw it. You know what I mean? So if you're not changing and evolving, guys, you're going backwards. So I'm proud of you for making some changes that, you know, they're not easy, because it's a lot of work, and you guys have real jobs. It's not like you're professional tractor pull promoters. So.
Feels like it.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. You guys do 4 or 5 events a year. It's crazy, but we're doing that. So,
well,
we
knew it. It didn't take a brain surgeon to figure out we had a problem with congestion in the pits. And I'm not saying we're not going to still have some congestion in the pits. I mean, parking is tough, but as far as getting to the scales and getting staged in, it's got to help. Now, you know, we'll see how it works, but I think it's going to be better.
I do too. It's going to be great.
We almost staged a whole class of 2.6 trucks.
My plan is to have the first 2 classes staged in before the show ever starts, kind of like Shad does. And with the amount of staging we're going to have down here, the way we've got it figured, I don't see why we can't do that. And having 2 classes staged ready to roll before the show ever starts, that's going to be a huge help to us, and that was a nightmare in the past.
I would say numbers wise, you're expecting a big show again, guys.
Everybody I talk to up north is planning on coming down, and everybody they talk to is planning on coming down. So I think it's going to be a good show. I don't know how you can top last year, but we'll see.
Yeah, it makes memories every year, guys. It makes memories every year. So it's all good. It's all good. So we've touched on the no trackside parking. We touched on we're switching the tracks around. And then let's talk about, you said there's a couple opportunities for class sponsors yet. Ryan, can you touch on that a little bit? And I'm telling you guys, this event gets a lot of eyeballs, not just in Georgia. I'm talking all over the country. And if you have any products that are diesel truck related, or go to truckers or farmers or anybody you think pulling, this is an awesome opportunity for you to get your business and get it a bigger spotlight. Because we do a lot with it on social media with Beer Money Pulling Team. They do a great job of Liberty Trucker and Tractor Pull as well. And like I said, this gets a lot of eyeballs on that. So Ryan or Hank, Ryan, do you want to talk about that, the sponsorship options yet?
We've got still 2 class sponsors available. The 3.6 Pro Stock trucks, that's available as a class sponsor. And your semi class 4.1 Hot Street semis is available. It's $2,500 to be a class sponsor. You'll get it. Your name mentioned all throughout that class as your class sponsor.
Your logo on a t-shirt. We got big checks for each of those classes with your logo and name on the checks. And we try to take care of our class sponsors down here. We normally, ever since we started the class sponsor deal, we've had repeat, businesses come back every year. This year's the first time we've had some openings in those class sponsor places, and the main reason is one of the guys is not gonna be able to make it this year that normally does our semi stuff, and so he decided to let his class sponsorship go, and then we have it opening for 3-6 as well. So we'd appreciate any business that feels like they're part of that class. Me and Ryan, we don't pull a lot of semis down here, so we don't really know a lot of the businesses associated with that class. So anybody that might be interested, feel free to reach out to us, and we would love to.
Message us on our Facebook Liberty Truck and Tractor Pull page, Facebook page, and we'll get you a sponsorship letter and form. So
awesome. It's a great, like I said, it's a great opportunity to get some recognition and hopefully some new sales. I know one of your sponsors is there just to hire employees. They use it as a recruiting thing. And then I know some of your other sponsors are just there for just brand recognition. They promote it, and it's a great event. So again, looking forward to coming down to Georgia here November 1st and 2nd. It's a freaking party. It's a great time. So many people. There's a truck show, the show and shine. I want to touch on that a little bit, Ryan. I always go right into the pulling because that's what I like. But the show and shine is also going on Saturday, November 2nd, from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Competitor voting is from 3:30 to 4. Pre-registration opens at 11, and there's cash payouts and giveaways. But Best in Show Dodge, Best in Show Ford, GM, Old School, Show Gas, Show Semi, and then is it the Bad and Busted? Is that what that's called?
Right. Yeah.
Yep. And it's $40 entry fee, and then $20 with you're a veteran or a public safety ID. And then what's cool is, I feel like you guys do like a little bit of a parade yet too for some of the winners, right? Don't they get to come down the track before the show starts?
They do.
That's pretty cool too. Another way to do that as well. So,
and Chelsea Grayson, they head up that.
Okay.
They're not associated with our regular season pulls, but they come to us years and years ago, and were excited about trying to start a show and shine, and done very well with it over the years. So
it just makes sense. You already have a lot of vehicles there, Ryan. A lot of fans drive them in, and it's fun watching the semi trucks pull in, and some of them compete in the show and shine, and then they actually compete in the truck pull as well. So it's a lot of fun to see that. I've enjoyed watching that over the years. So kind of give us your venue is so cool. Can you just kind of do a pan with your phone a little bit, Ryan, and show the track and everything?
Yes.
I know you got your phone level.
Yeah. Trying to see if it'll flip around. All right, there you go.
There you go. So there it is, everybody. This is the world famous Diesels and Dark Corners that we talk about all the time. So
that used to be our starting line, is now the finish line.
Yep.
So, but we got our announcer booth right here. So the starting line will be down here. If you can see that oak tree down there, that'll be sort of that starting line.
Okay.
Right there.
And there's a ton of room down there, to line everything up like Ryan was, or like Hank was talking about. That's going to be great.
Yeah.
It is going to be great.
Our sled we use for the antique pull, that's some of the staging area down there. So there's plenty of field down there for the staging. But
good deal. And again, if you're looking for something to do this weekend and you're in that Georgia area, they have one of their your seasonal events. What's about the best way to say that, Ryan?
We call it regular season pull.
Okay, regular season pull. Yep.
So it's our last one for the year. So hopefully, we're supposed to have nice weather, 70 degrees and low of 50. So it's a nice change from what we've been having.
Yep. Again, that's this weekend, Friday, October 11th to Saturday, October 12th. In what class is your boy going to run the farm tractor in, Ryan?
He runs it in 12,500 pound antique class.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
He's excited about it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Then we're going to switch over to
Hank on his John Deere tractor. His 7.
Yeah.
They like to pick at each other.
Oh, I love it. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. Again, Diesel's and Dark Corners, we are basically less than a month away, November 1 and 2. Hotels, I mean, do you kind of have like stuff on the website, Ryan, for people to find hotels, or how do you handle that?
I do. I've got on. I can't remember how I labeled it.
Let me switch over. I'll share the screen. Give me a second,
Yeah,
Ryan.
place to stay. There is a new hotel. I hadn't updated it yet. It just has opened. I think it's Holiday Inn Express, maybe.
So on libertytruckandtractorpull.com, on your website, I'm going to put that in the comments really quick for everybody. Brad Caudell is checking in. Let's see here. He says he sees his spot where he sits every year. I love it. On the more, if you look under the more tab, everybody, he's got places to stay. So places to stay around the pool, and he's got everything listed out here on it, like you said. And he's going to add another one here in the next couple of days. The lodge right now, it's got the lodge on the lake, True by Hilton, Greensboro, camping, all that stuff on here, and the Bullmax Ranch and Retreat. So, do you have camping at the event as well, Ryan?
We do.
Okay.
Limited spots available for camping. It's kind of first come, first serve. We're not really here to run a campsite, I guess, but it's just there. But they got to be self-contained with generators, and we have no water and power, so we just got a spot for you to park.
Gotcha. But this website is well put together, guys. If there's a question on there or you don't understand something, Ryan or Hank or any of the guys, just message your Facebook page. They'll get back to you right away, or give one of them a call, and you'll be on your way to some happiness. But again, this Friday, October 11th, and Saturday, October 12th, for their regular season pool, and then we're gonna get famous again here November 1st and 2nd with Diesels and Dark Corners. Again, how did you guys name it Diesels? I ask you this every year and I always forget, Ryan, but how did you come up with this name?
My dad and all his friends, this area back in the 70s and 80s was nicknamed Dark Corners because after you got in this area of the county, there's pretty much not much any houses, as you can tell, hardly any light. There's no street lights. It's pretty much uncivilized back here. Mile down the road is the national forest, so that's how it got its name, is Dark Corners.
It's got its name honest, is what I'm trying to say, Ryan. It's all good. It's all good. So, do you and Hank have anything left to talk about here tonight? I kind of just want to touch base and get everybody going, get everybody start thinking about it. We're less than a month away. So,
I think that's hit pretty good topics tonight.
Okay. So no trackside seating, fans. They're going to put more bleachers in. They're flipping the tracks this year. We're going to pull the opposite direction, and then got all the line. Oh, and then we're looking for a couple sponsors. We have class sponsorships available for I typed it in there I got that on the screen right now. 3.6 Pro Stock and 4.1 Hot Street Semi class sponsorship, $2,500. You're going to get a ton of publicity of that for your business. If you have any ideas, Ryan and Hank will listen to you. They do this for the pullers. They're trying to put on a great event and have some good payout because people are traveling from basically all over the country. I don't know how many states did pullers come from last year, Ryan? Do you remember?
I don't know. I didn't count. We hit a lot of them.
It was crazy.
So, yeah.
It was crazy. Was crazy. Well, cool. I'll let you go. I know you're busy, but hang on because I want to talk to you after we end our live. But if you don't have anything else, we'll let this baby go, and I'll talk to you real soon. Okay.
Okay. Appreciate it, Jason. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching, everybody. November 1 and 2, White Plains, Georgia, Liberty Truck and Tractor Pull. They call it Diesels and Dark Corners. You will not be disappointed.